Namaskar. And this coming 1 hour, we'll be discussing about Vedanta. But before that, we'll be trying to understand that Vedanta is the ultimate goal. And here, the three golden paths of Hinduism, one is Vedanta. Other two I have already spoken over here, the Tantra and the Vaishnavism. This picture that we see over here, in the center is goddess Kali. It shows that it is Tantra. And the right hand is the Vishnu. Is the symbolically, this is the Vaishnavism. And Omkara is the symbol of Vedanta or Veda. So today will be, I don't know whether I'll be able to complete it or not, but we may continue. So let us begin. Before we start, as usual, let us chant the pranam mantra of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma sarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Do we need religion? That actually is the question. Because mostly it is said that it is an eternal inquiry. Do we really need religion? Suppose we are very good people and we are virtuous, truthful, helping each other. Is not that sufficient? That is the question always they ask. It's a very genuine question. Rather, history shows because of the religion there are so much of bloodsheds, so much of tensions. So obviously, always it goes in the mind, do we truly need religion? Shall we not be careful about this life than the other life, life beyond, life after? These are the questions when we counter, we try to think that truly it is also not necessary. Some of the philosophies like the communism, they never thought of any religion. They thought rather the religion is making other people weak. If you do something wrong, you will be punished, and eternal punishment, eternal hell, eternal condemnation. So many other things are also there. So people are becoming weak. Buddhism begins with dukkham, dukkham, sarvam dukkham. Everything is suffering, suffering, and suffering. So no one talks about this life. So that is not correct. Religion also speaks about this life. It says, religion is best to us the spiritual benefit. That is also there. Religion is the external thing. But ultimately, we transform into a spiritual person. And spirituality is the bliss. Now, the material benefit and the spiritual benefit. If we become truly religious, we will get both material benefit and spiritual benefit. The two Sanskrit words are there. Obhudaya, nistriyasha. Obhudaya means material benefit, and nistriyasha is the spiritual benefit. Now, if we see the pictures of the Indian kings in the olden days, mostly bare body, but with all golden jewelries. A lot of wealth was there. So it's to put on the all jewelries, but very simple. Now, if we try to find out The kingdom of Rama and the Rama where they lived, they were king, where they lived, must be huge palatial building. Nothing like that. They're a very simple way they used to live. The kings also, in a very simple way. Afterwards, it was changed, much afterwards. Mostly they used to live very simple way. There's the great King Janaka. He was a very good king, very good ruler. At the same time, he was a Brahmagyani. Both. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna praised Janaka. Then he used to keep two shows, one for this world, another for the other world. And he used to drink from two milk cups. That all these things Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said. So this world also will be benefited if we are all religious. Why? Because we will be very genuine people. We will know what we should do and what we should not do. We will never think to harm others. Forget about committing. We will never think about it. So obviously this world will be a wonderful place. But it won't be, it'll never be. Why? The falsehood is always there in a human mind. Even a baby, the child, suppose he has done something wrong. If the mother is asking, hey, who break this? Immediate reply will be, I don't know. I have not done it. He has done it, but he'll be blaming others. Where from it comes? In the life of our Krishna, Bhagavan, constantly he'll be doing something wrong and he'll be saying, I have not done it, I have not done it. So where from people learn it? It is embedded. It is there always. The moment we take the human form, it is there. And because of that only we take the human form. Not only human form, all other. The life is because of that. Now we have to overcome that. Otherwise, we will never get complete satisfaction. Now, Abhudaya, the worldly or the materialistic development, it never gives complete satisfaction. No. Otherwise, even today, in our present-day world, if we look around, the millionaires and billionaires would have been the most happy people. But no. Why? They are not happy. They pretend to be happy. They think that they are happy. They are going in a private jet. They think they are happy, but they are not. There is no one to talk to. What they will do. So this is the way always we are suffering. Loneliness. I become lonely because I think I am special. I am separate from others. I cannot mix with others. I make my own world and I make a cocoon. I enter into that. I cannot come out. I suffer. Ultimately, because I cannot go and mix and laugh and live like the ordinary people. So why all this? Ego. Where from the ego came? Right from the birth. So this complete thing that we see, what we want, happiness. This world, this wealth, and this prosperity, it cannot give us happiness ultimately. And then we search for religion. Then we start the journey. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also mentioned, in the very modern times, he said, Khali pete dharma hoina. You cannot practice religion in an empty stomach. So Abhudaya is necessary. That is the basis. But that is not the end. The samambona of life is the happiness, is the joy, and that should be eternal. We become happy after visiting some places, meeting friends, eating some my favorite dishes, but that is very temporary. So obviously, we are hankering for happiness, and we are always afraid of losing. The ultimate fear is death. I am going to lose this watch or the wealthy things, my purse, I'm going to lose. They'll be very, very, always careful. But when you go to Europe, they always say, be careful about your passport. They won't take your wallet, but they will take your passport. I don't know why. But anyway, they always be very careful about keeping the passport. And you have to keep that. Some people have seen, usually in India, the holy people, they keep their japamala, the counting beads over here, hanging on the chest. But here I found only passport is hanging on the chest. First identity. So this is what to do. But we are not happy with all these things. The more the days are passing in our life, we are becoming older and older. We are afraid what is going to happen to us. Religion will remove that fear completely. Avayam satyasam suddhi jnana yoga vyavasthiti. That jnana yoga vyavasthiti. Suppose you know the truth, then there is no fear. You are abhaya, you are fearless. What is that jnana? I am not going to die. I am only going to change this body to another body. That's all. And if you know that I choose my life, I choose my body, then what will happen? I'll be careful about my karma. So religion teaches in this way, think positively, act positively. In the Bhagavan Buddha's, all the 8 steps, the golden steps of Lord Buddha, these only. Think properly, behave properly, arm properly. What will happen? You will be very happy. Why? Because either in this life or in next life, you are going to be benefited. So that is religion. So religion gives us the benefit, and that is ultimate. Every effect that has a cause. Now, in this life we see the cause and effect. If there is an effect, there is a cause. So obviously, when this world is here, there is a cause. What is that cause? Someone, sometime, has created this. If you go to the sea beaches, you will find the children, they made the castles of the, just for the play, they will be making that out of sand. And then the parents told, let us leave. They will leave that and go. All the castles, beautifully they have made, left over there. The castles is there. Someone created that. That means cause is there. Someone visited. Then sometimes when they go for trekking, and how they find out, oh, there is some people that lived over here, and obviously they have cooked food. What type of food they are eating now? If they are eating only the jungle food, that means they don't have the supply. They are trying to get something from the jungle and survive. By that way only they do. So they will be, that means cause and effect, cause and effect. Our life is the effect. And what is the cause then? There must be a cause. We cannot deny that. If we deny the cause itself, then we deny ourselves. So what is the effect? Just accident? It cannot be. Of course, the religion will be saying like this, God thought to create this world, and on the first day, He created the heaven and the earth. Second day this, second day that, like this it's going on. The Genesis and the whole list is there. But that may be there. That's the way they explain. But the cause is the God. And why? Because God is thinking. Why God is thinking to create? No one knows. Because it is God, it is His thinking, and He is doing it. Ultimately, we have to stop over there. We cannot ask question over there. And that's called, in Sanskrit, Leela. L-I-L-A, Leela means a divine play. You cannot ask any question over there because there is no answer. Why? But from there begins. That is the cause, and the effect is coming one after another. So we are here. This is this longing for the real beyond the unreal, beyond the sensual. When we see this world, it is constantly changing, constantly changing. Everything is changing. So much changes are coming. Just when we were coming, and the one group, the devotee couple, they were traveling with us, and they were mentioning in India, the airports, they made it so beautiful. And Delhi and the Bombay and other southern India, different airports, Bangalore airports, beautiful, Calcutta airport. When we were born and brought up over there, we used to go to see the airport, and that was a very curiosity, how the plane is moving out and then flying, etc. So all we used to go and see the flight is going up and coming down. That airport was just like any room in a house. Anyone can enter over there, no problem. Now slowly, slowly everything has changed. In our lifetime, we have seen so many changes. And change, when it's happening, we are happy. But at the same time, we have forgotten change has come in me also. I have also grown up. My hair is also becoming gray. My teeth, my eyesight, all my limbs are becoming weak. So one gentleman the other day, he was telling, today I am 70, but one time I was 20. So the poor man, he was lamenting because all 20, 21 young boys are there. So that elderly person, he was jokingly, of course, he was saying, today I am 70, but one time I was 20. Now everything is changing. And when it is changing means it is going to come to an end. If it is end, then what next? But continuation is going on. Here comes the answer of the religion. The religion says, no, you have to think in this way. So when we are thinking this, what is this universe we are thinking? Because this universe that we see is a mixture of so many things. Recently, very recently, from America, major part of America, they have seen the solar eclipse. They observed. We too. From our ashrama, we could see the solar eclipse. And all people, they were enjoying. What is that? It's a huge, huge sun. It's covered. And who is covering it? Moon. The so small moon is covering the sun and we cannot see. So obviously the question is coming, what is this universe? How it is happening? Who created the sun? Who created the moon? Something must be there, someone, some intellectual one, who is making all this. Accidentally it cannot be. Then we come, who is the creator? When we see these, in Hindi, there's this couplet is there. They say that when the people saw that the waves of the sea is coming and plashing on the shore, the lahar ka takrate hue, sahil se takrate, sahil means the shore, sahil se lahar ka takrate hue. That means when the people, they see the huge wave is coming and plashing on the shore, the power of it, tsunami, the power of the nature, tremendous power. Who gives it? So who is the creator? That question comes. What is this universe? Who is the creator? And what is the relation between the creator and the creation? These are the three questions the people constantly, they're going on asking. Now we find in an Upanishad that a disciple is coming. And the first question he is asking, who has created this? The Venerable Sire, what was there before the creation? Before the creation, what was there? That is the question. And that's the first question. Now we see this creation. The creation means it has a beginning. Of course it has an end. But we are interested to know, before this creation, what was there? Now, we are standing in this church. It is 125 years old. Before these 125 years, what was here? Any neighborhood was there or not? Only jungle was there? What was there? So obviously, if somebody is going to write a history, they will inquire. So this boy has come and he is asking his guru, the Venerable Sir, what was there before the creation? Then the reply his guru gave, that is an unique thing. And all the Hindus, they always, particularly Vedantins, they say like this, Sad eva soumya idam agra asid. Soumya means, oh dear one. Because that young man has come and asking, the guru is very happy. Why he is asking happy? Because the question is a very genuine question. What was there before creation? Then the guru is giving the answer, Sad eva. What is the Sad? Eternal. Something that never changes. Something which is consciousness. Something which is all pervading. Something which is, that way he was telling, Idam agra asid. Idam, this, agra, before asid. It was there. And ekam eva aditiyam. Ekam eva. That was only one. Eva aditiyam. Repeating. It is only one. No, it is not stopping here. It is repeating. Aditiyam. There was no two. Now, when we debate, sometimes some people will say something, immediately we'll take out the thread of that and we can counter. In the debate, always one must be very, very careful. It said ekam, one. And when you say one, that means you have the conception of two. Ekam, that's why they repeated eva advitiyam. Dvitiya means two, or means negative. There was no two. I say one, then I say there was no two. That means you have to understand, if there is no two, there is no duality, there is no many, whatever remains, that is. So this is the way Chandogya Upanishad, it gives the reply. And then comes this, we see the huge waves. We see that one after another, the celestial bodies, and from that one absolute, this universe of name and form, it came. And then we come, according to the Hindus, they say the creation is exactly like this. As a graphic that they are giving, a tree which root is to the sky and the branches are down. Usually what happens? Root goes down, branches goes up. But when they're explaining it, they're giving the example of a tree, but completely different form. Roots are above. Without the root, one cannot survive. If the tree is not having the root, tree cannot survive. And this creation, if you think it is a tree, its root is above. And it says, Urdha Moolam, Adha Shakam. In the Sanskrit, in the Bhagavad Gita, it says, Urdha Moolam, Adha Shakam, Ashattam Prahur Abbayam. 15th chapter, first verse of the Bhagavad Gita is explaining in this way, the tree it is upside down. Now, branches, it is going out. That means so many varieties of languages, so many varieties of beings, so many varieties and varieties. So some people always think one religion, one language, one king, one race and one country. They're wrong. People cannot survive. The world cannot survive with that. It's a wrong conception. Because in our creation itself we find a variety. In the creation itself a variety. So obviously variety will be there. The origin of this creation is the divine consciousness, and obviously that is the root. The root is the divine consciousness, and from there it is coming. Who created it? And the Christians, they will say, the God has created. And if you look at the Hindu scripture, and particularly there is a scripture, it says, Bhagavata, Supreme Being is the Vishnu. A Vishnu then created Brahma. And the Brahma started creating this universe. How he created? Because the Supreme Being gave him knowledge and also the power to utilize that knowledge. If you have only knowledge, but if you don't have the power to do that, perform that, it is of no use. So Vishnu, Bhagavan, gave the Brahma all this. Symbolic, Hinduism always, the Brahma is having 4 heads. Why 4 heads? Because 4 Veda, Riksham, Yaju, Atharva. And this 4 Veda means knowledge, varieties of knowledge, everything in that. Utilizing that knowledge, he needs some power. What is that power? Sattva, Raja, Tama, 3 gunas. Sattva, all good, Raja, bad, and Tama. Like this it says, Sattva, Raja, Tama. Now, in Vedanta it says it is Omkara, without attribute. That he created Saguna Brahma. Nirguna means without all this. And created Saguna Brahma. The question is, whether nirguna, if it was not having these qualities, how he gave that to the Saguna? What are the qualities? Sattva, Raja, Tama. And the moment you are having Sattva, Raja, Tama, that means it is changing. And if you are coming under this change, then you are going to be destroyed. That is the thing. Philosophically, if you are good person, but good is a quality, and the quality has a beginning and an end also. You may be good, but still you have an end. Here, the God has no end. How they will do that? They say in the Vedanta, they'll be doing like this. Why it is not coming? Okay, last, you see that Omkara, that is called nirguna. The nirguna and then Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha, etc., Virata, that is giving some terminology. There are 2 ways we are explaining. One, from the viewpoint of the Vedanta, another is the viewpoint of the Dvaita. The Dvaita and Advaita. In Advaita, they say it is the absolute. The absolute is nirguna. From there, creating Saguna. Question is, where from the gunas came? It was surely there in the nirguna. Otherwise, how he can give it, transfer it? And here, Swami Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gave the wonderful reply. He said, of course, the snake is having the poison in it. Snake itself is having the poison. But that poison is not disturbing the snake. It cannot kill the snake. This question is a very, very subtle philosophical question. From the nirguna, which is not working, he created Saguna, that means with quality. Ni is negative. Guna, qualities. If you have the qualities, you are limited. Okay, we understand this. Then Saguna. The nirguna became Saguna. And then Saguna is activating, working. But where from these qualities came? From the nirguna. And people were dumbfounded when they are asking, these qualities are ultimately has come from the nirguna. Then what will happen to nirguna? Sri Ramakrishna gave the reply, poison may be there with the snake, but snake is not affected by the poison. Nirguna was having all this, but it is not affected. Then we see the Ishvara. This Ishvara, as a huge, 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 all-pervading God. That's why you will find you see the Vishnu, so many the images of the Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, in different forms, covering the whole world. The Vishnu means covering. Vistareti Vishnu, everywhere. Here, difference is they are having a form and a name. Why? To help us. If we have a form, if we have a name, it becomes easy for us to understand and to explain. We can understand that subtle theory. Some people are very intelligent, they can understand. It comes Hiranyagarbha. The Vedanta, they will say Hiranyagarbha. Garbha means the womb. Hiranya means golden womb. From there, all this is coming. That's all creation. And they will say it is the Virat and all that. So the Dvaita and Advaita, it goes on explaining in this way. The three gunas, Sattva, Raja and Tama. The Sattva, Raja and Tama, this, I don't know why, it's not clearly coming. Can you adjust the photo? It has gone up. Is it bringing down? But anyway, now the Sattva, Raja and Tama, these are the three qualities. And when these three qualities are there, through this, all our creation is happening. So we cannot. The Sattva, Raja, Tama, over here, the gunas is creating. Now I go to this Sattva, it is purity, harmony and knowledge. Now good qualities we are having. All of us, every one of us are having the good qualities. We are having the desire, we are having the activity and turbulences. Because the desire makes the wave, and all desires are not satisfied, so the anger, all this is Rajaguna. Tama, exactly opposite. It is inertia, it is conflict, and they don't act anyway. That is called Tama. The three types of qualities are always there in every being, and we find it more manifested in human being. The Sattva, Raja, Tama. When you look at this, how the Hindus very clearly explained, they actually analyzed a person. And from that, microcosm to macrocosm, they saw one unit. That unit is human being. And human being is very close to God, because the human being having the quality of discrimination. They can decide, they can judge, and they can think in a way whether this is good and this is bad. So these are the qualities of God. So in Christianity they say, God made man out of his own image. And similarly, in the Bhagavata also, we find the creator, the first creator, the Brahma, he saw his own reflection on the water, clean water, and he thought, I will make my last creation human being like this, like me. So God's imagination is human being. And that is why religion is very important for human being. Not for animals or birds or insects. It is for the human being. This human being, almost in the threshold of the divinity, and also if they stay back, they will go, because Tama is the next step, down. Sattva is the next step, up, above. So humanity is standing in the threshold. Why all these great souls, they are trying to help to give the religion? Because of this, so that the human can understand. So now we see the Sattva, Raja, Tama. Sattva, the purity, harmony and knowledge. Rajas is desire, turbulence and activity. And Tamas inertia, conflicts, and that inaction, they don't want to work. So these are the three things that are always there. The creator and the creation become separate. When the creator is creating, what happens? It is actually, it's coming out of itself. So we are divine. We are having the divinity. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, when you see the small kids are playing, the Sri Ramakrishna himself is to like to observe them. Why? Because they are completely guileless. They will be holding the ball or something, some doll, but the next time they will leave it and go. No attachment at all. That is the way the God, they work. No attachment. They are there, but no attachment. If we understand this power of creation, then slowly we can go beyond this limitation and become God ourselves. Now we come to here, the jiva, the microcosm. Now jiva means the creation of the human being. The jiva is the living being and that experiencer. The human being experiencing. Who is experiencing? When we go to visit some place, we say, I went over and I saw this. Now people, they are coming over here and they go to Chicago to visit, see the city, and then so many things they see. I went over there, I saw it. Who is this I? Is this the eyes that you have seen? Or my camera? Or this body? Who has seen it? If we analyze, we understand it is my intellect. And further analysis, is my intellect truly understand this? There's something there, consciousness. The intellect means my consciousness is there. The consciousness actually that matters. The consciousness, that makes the jiva so important. When that consciousness is not there, it's a dead body. It has no value. No value at all. So what is more important in a human being? This consciousness. And where this consciousness is resting, living, in our intellect. And what is this intellect then? It is the reflection of the real consciousness on our intellect. Buddhi. Reflection is not actual. The reflection is so powerful. So if we understand this, if this reflection is so powerful, then obviously the original will be so big, so wonderful. Now just the different type of beings, animals, each and everything, it comes from there. Any living being, this is called jiva. Now, and next it comes, that is in the human body, there are 5 sheaths are there. We are going towards the religion. But who is going to practice religion? Me. So I should know me first. Who am I? I have a body, but that body, most important thing in the body is the consciousness. And we say the prana che, that is living thing is there. The prana is the most important. Then all beings are jivas. But human being, we find this. First is the physical sheath. That is Annamaya kosha. In Sanskrit they are mentioning this kosha, this cover is made of food. So the food means whatever food we eat and drink, it is for the body. But we make a mistaken and we think this food should be purified. There's a lot of time and the discussion and the years after years going on. The food should be purified, of course. But which food? Only they are thinking the food that we eat. And what is the purification? If you are not eating the fish or the meat, you are pure. Are you? Even if you are eating that, it is going for the betterment of your flesh, of your body. It has nothing to do with your mind, the consciousness. So next comes energy set. That is called pranamaya. This prana, this energy, it is always there. That other day one doctor was giving a talk, how you will know that your heart is going to stop. Let me know. So I stop over there and listen to him. That is very important, when the heart is going to stop. He said, when you will feel tired. And all the time I feel tired. That means, now this way, they are, anyway, doctors, they go on saying like this, this, our energy level, how it comes? If we love something, our energy level comes up. If we don't love, our energy level goes down. If we are doing something out of my own, this is my job, I should do, my energy level goes up. That means my attachment, myness, it is mine, that gives us boost up our energy. So energy means it is already there if we think that it is necessary. What happens when someone tries to become spiritual, and the spirituality, you have to control your mind. Mind means waves of thoughts. Thought means all these things that I see, I touch, I smell, all goes on and makes the waves in the mind. When you are sleeping, even something happening in the world, maybe this country attacked that country, it doesn't matter to you anything. You are here sleeping. But when you get up, open the newspaper or see the TV and see the news, you get agitated. Oh my God, what is happening all over the world? So that means if you see, you get the attachment. If you hear and if you touch, if you taste, if you smell, this pancha, all these knowledges that they are bringing to your mind. So you have to control that. That is energy set, mental set, monomaya kosha. This mind is collecting all information. Then wisdom set, vijnanamaya kosha. Today, we are here trying to understand ourselves, who we are really. When you ask someone, hey, who are you? Naturally, he will say, I am so and so, my father is so and so, this is our family, this is our country, this is our culture, this is our language. But that is not the real answer. Who am I? This is a question that all the time Vedantians going on searching. Am I this body? No, it is not. Because I am leaving this body. Am I this mind? No, that is not. Energy? No. Energy also going up and down according to the situation. Wisdom? No, that is also not. Because sometimes when you are meditating and after this listening, immediately, yes, that's correct. I am not this body, I am not the flesh and bone. I am someone, I am some. That is wisdom, it comes. But again, it is covered with something else. Again, it goes away. The moment we go out, after this, we go for meet and greet, and on the table, we are discussing something else. We go out, step out of this hall of consciousness, we forget. So obviously, that is also not. Blissful seat is there, Anandamaya Kosha. When we reach over there, it is very difficult to reach over there. Because Ananda is the place, Ananda is the thing that we all want. Everything that we do for Ananda. In our country, people, they always go, the parents, they are very much interested to see that their children are getting some good certificates from the good university. And then they will be happy. Do they truly become happy? No. Because happiness has no connection with the certificates. They can become successful in the worldly life. Happiness is something else. And when you become successful, if you know the secret of happiness, you will become happy. It becomes easy. So you are somewhere in the society and you can dictate and you can understand you are in a good position, not much of that hankering for wealth, for food, that is all. So that is the time if you are thinking, yes, I have done all this, but this is not the samam bonum of my life. This is not the goal of my life. My life goal is happiness. How I can become happy? So when I see the children are playing and laughing, I feel happy. That means when I see somebody happy, I am feeling happy. If those children are my kids, then I am more happy. That means if I can attach me with everyone, then their joy is my joy. I become happy much more in that way. The one philosopher, he asked Swami Vivekananda, he said, see that you are not becoming happy because you don't have any family. You are a sannyasi, you are all alone, you do not know how the family means, children, then the relatives, then friends. Then Swamiji said, I know how to squeeze my lemon better way. Because each and everyone's joy is my joy. And your joy is limited only with your kith and kin. My joy is attached with each and everyone. So slowly, we have to go towards the bliss set, that is the Anandamaya Kosha. But that is also not the ultimate. To reach to that wisdom level is very difficult. The first physical level, we are all there. Then energy, of course we are there. And then mental set, of course we are there. Then the next two, the wisdom. Knowledge is not the wisdom. Lot of information. AI is having so many information. Artificial intelligence is having all information. You ask anything to Google, immediately Google will give you the answer. But is Google better than you? No. Because that is completely machine. They cannot understand anything else. But we have a feeling. That is not. They are trying to develop even the feeling in the robots. So this wisdom set is the wisdom. And what is the wisdom? Can differentiate between temporary and permanent. Can differentiate between suffering and joy. Can understand the root cause of suffering. That's called wisdom. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna never went to the school. But he was a wise man. There was a great the orator in those days, at the time of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, his contemporary. And they used to say that when the Keshav Sen speaks, world listens. That was his oratory. And that Keshav Sen came, when he heard Sri Ramakrishna, he started coming and sitting at his feet. Sir, tell me something. Sir, tell me something. So this is called wisdom. Intellect can take you to some level. Then you find nothing. But the wisdom, that is unexhaustible knowledge. Now, friends, I don't know what is the timing. Yeah, a little time is there. Now, this pure Atman, the consciousness, and it is covered by gross body, subtle body, causal body, and then fourth stage. This slowly, it takes us. Hinduism is a systematically analyzed the whole life of a human being. And they have separated one part that is for the worldly the development. And there they say that you must divide your life in 25 years every time. 100 years is the complete the life span, and then 25 years. First 25 years learn. Second 25 years earn. Third 25 years take rest and get ready for the last fourth. That is called sannyasa. Brahmacharya, garhastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. If you practice that, you are elevated. Then they will say goal. In the first, it is the dharma, then artha, then kama, then moksha. So this worldly life also was very nicely patterned and systematically developed. We have actually, in the traditional way, it has broken long back. So we are thoroughly confused. We do not know what is Hinduism. We mix up this, that. But Hinduism is a very systematic way. It develops the human being into God. And what is religion? It begins from the fourth one, sannyasa. The brahmacharya, garastha, banaprastha, sannyasa, and there you give up everything, and then you start religion. And religion means realization. And that is Swami Vivekananda said, religion is realization. What we are realizing? That we have, this particular body has 4 different cover. Annamaya, Manomaya, Pranamaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. And also 3 bodies are there in one body. One is the gross body that we can touch over here. We can feel, that is the gross body. That is called waking experience, Jagrat, waking experience. Then subtle body. This subtle body is the dream experience. In the dream also we experience so many things. Who is experiencing? In my dream, I am experiencing. Now who is this I? Because when you go to dream, your body is not working. We have to understand this point. Whenever we say I always associate myself with this body. When in the dream, I am also experiencing everything, but there is no body. That means you cannot say that my father is so and so, mother is so and so, this is my family. No, that is all absent. Only your mind is activated. And in the mind, you are experiencing. And you are experiencing as if you are in the original life, waking stage. Same thing, you can smell, you can taste, you can experience everything. That means mind is active. Third step when you go, and it's called, in the third, dreamless sleep. In the dreamless sleep, there is something which is not having the body, which is not having the mind also, because we are not dreaming, but we are aware. And when we come back from there, always we report, oh, I had a wonderful sleep. Even the dream, we also suffer. So, dreamless sleep state. This is the point we have to understand Vedanta. The dreamless sleep condition. This is called susupti. Everyone having this. Everyone, knowingly, unknowingly, we are having that. If we are not having the susupti, then there is a chance to lose the mind. So we should go and consult that I am not having the good sleep. So this susupti is the wonderful place where the deep sleep experience. I am sleeping, so I don't have body. I am not dreaming, so I don't have mind. But still I exist. That proves beyond the body, beyond the mind, there is something which is called consciousness, which pervades everything, and we call it Atman. Friends, we will go for this search for Atman maybe in our next class. So we will continue this discussion. We conclude over here by saying there is 2 phenomena we can see. One is huge, everything. Another, me, particular. This cosmic, that is macrocosm, there also causal body is there. And that is causal body is Ishvara. When you say Ishvara, that is that causal body, that is called Abhyakta, that is not manifested. That is called Ishvara. And the same causal body individually, it is called Pragya. This causal body, microcosm, is the Pragya. I think next one. Yeah, This pragya. One is Ishvara, equal to Ishvara, individually I am pragya. Ishvara knows everything, but I too know many things. Ishvara's knowledge and power, super. But I have power also. I have knowledge also. I understand also. So that is pragya. That is the causal body. Then comes subtle body. The subtle body, the Sanskrit terminology, they say hiranyagarbha. That means from there the creation comes. And it is like the golden hue. So the hiranya means gold. The golden body, hiranyagarbha. And in the individual it is called Taijasa. The terms only. Then come gross body. And the gross body, this huge universe that we see, is the manifestation of the God. It's called Virata. And here we say Vishwa. Individually we will say that it is Vishwa. The Vishwa that we see, it is that creation, but that when it's the ultimate condition called Virat. And approaches to this knowledge, how we are going to reach. Here we differentiate. Different people goes in a different way. Mainly two schools are there. First is Dvaita, another is Advaita. In the next month perhaps, we will discuss from here. Thank you. If you have any question, then otherwise we will conclude. Yes. Huh.
The diagram that you showed there with nirguna, saguna, then hiranyagarbha, then 5 elements and prakriti, 5 elements, ashtadha prakriti. There, the Maya element was not there, or element, I don't want to call it element, but it was not there. Is it because Maya mithya that way, or Ishwar is a Maya dhipati? That is.
When we call Ishvara, the Ishvara itself is having its power, and that power is Maya. And ours, the jiva, we too are having that, it's called ahamkara. We will come to that we will begin in our next class from there. What is the difference between Ishvara and jiva? Ishvara, it is covered with Maya. Jiva is covered with ignorance, that is ajnana, and that is called ego. This much difference. I am also consciousness. Ishvara is also consciousness. But Ishvara is covered by Maya, and the jiva, which is also consciousness, covered by ego. This is the only difference. Now, if I remove the ego and remove the Maya from Ishvara, I become Ishvara. So when we say, I and my Father in heaven are one, Jesus said, I and my Father in heaven are one. How can it be? How the God can be me? So only this, the Vedanta can explain. I don't know how the Christianity will explain it. But we say each and every individual soul are divine. Divinity is already there. Consciousness is there. And how we prove the consciousness? Do you remember that? Jagrat, Shapna, Shushupti. In the Shushupti stage, we are consciousness. It is proved. No one can deny it. And if I am consciousness, I can survive without the mind, without the body. Over that only I superimposed ego. And that ego has associated me with this world. This is my family, that is my country, this is my religion, that is my language. All this is ego. Ishvara is also pure consciousness, but acting because of the Maya Shakti. So if we remove the Maya, remove the ego, what remains? That consciousness. By that way, I am God. It is not blasphemy, it is truth. Thank you. Any other? Okay then. So please repeat after me, Shanti, and we conclude. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat. Thank you, friends.